Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Saturday Question and Answer right here on the Digital Outlook channel. And guys, the question that we're going to tackle and answer today is when moon. One that we get all the time. David, when is this really going to fly? David, how high can we see it go? David, are you really sure? Well, guys, I'll tell you what. I don't think of these things in terms of timelines. I think of them in terms of seasons. And I think the environment tells us the season we're in. And I use this example a lot in my coaching. If I was up there in Canada and the snow was blowing and the ice was on the ground and on and on and on, I think the environment is telling me that, hey, it is wintertime. Well, guys, I think that we are in a bull season. And what we're experiencing right now is just a corrective phase of that bull season, because we've had a new all-time high in the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, new all-time highs for gold and silver, and of course new all-time highs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and a number of others in this space. Right now, guys, we are just experiencing a correction. Now, we have not yet seen what an altcoin season really looks like. And in this market, we have not seen one this time around. And guys, I believe that one is still coming, and when it does, I think it's going to shock so many people because most of them are not even expecting it. Did you hear that? A lot of folks aren't even expecting to see a major move. They're not expecting to see an all season. They're just hoping they could get back to where they bought so they can break even. But you know what, guys? They are absolutely missing out because they are not zooming out. Now, one thing that we can take a look at that tells us the environment of what an altcoin season looks like, guys, traditionally has always been Bitcoin dominance. Now, we have not seen Bitcoin dominance really drop off big time yet. Oh, we've seen it get down there to about maybe 59%, but it has not got down as low as that 49%. And what traditionally we have seen when we've watched Bitcoin dominance drop, and it drops to where it is 49%, usually that marks the top for the price of Bitcoin, and things roll over, and boy, does it ever flow into these altcoins. Now, Bitcoin dominance does not mean, as that's coming down, that the Bitcoin price is coming down. Like I just said, when the dominance, and that means that the majority of cash flowing into these distributed ledger technology, these digital assets, guys, right now it's going into Bitcoin. When that dominance flips and it's no longer going into Bitcoin, but it is going into the altcoins, and we hit that 49% traditionally, that is your top for Bitcoin. And boy, have we ever seen some monstrous, and I mean monstrous moves for these altcoins when that happens. And that is when moon, guys. I believe that we are about to see it. I think between now, the end of the year, and certainly before the end of this first quarter of 2026, we are going to see something absolutely monumental take place when you watch that Bitcoin dominance roll and the DXY roll, because come on, we got Jerome Powell about ready to come out here, guys, and 87% of the market is betting that he is going to again drop the interest rate. And guys, they will keep doing that until they have to drop the whole thing to zero. Watch and see. And when that happens and the DXY literally rolls over and Bitcoin dominance has rolled over, you will watch these altcoins fly. And do I ever believe that you will see XRP literally lead the charge? Bang! And it will take off. And when it does, guys, I think it's going to blow people's minds and expectations, because the pent-up spring, the coiled spring that XRP has been under with all of the positive things that have been going on for it, no lawsuit, the ETFs that have been coming out, Ripple going out there making acquisition after acquisition after acquisition. You got the SPACs buying up XRP like crazy, and on and on and on. Nothing but bullish news for XRP. Guys, when they let the spring fly, it is going to take off with such power, in my personal opinion, that I think that we could see prices maybe perhaps even into the 3 digits. At least that's what I believe. And the thing is this, when you see all these people out here and these market participants, and you know, they're going out and they're just fallen prey to the psychology of the market. They are not thinking strategically. They are not thinking strategically. A lot of folks are just thinking, hey, you know what? When that price gets up there and it's high, when it gets to 10 bucks, 15, 20, 25, look, I'm going to sell. And do you know what's going to happen to most of those folks up there because they haven't solidified that as a real strategy? It's just a thought in their mind. Most of them aren't going to do it. Do you know why, guys? Because most people, more people will FOMO staying in the market than getting in the market. That's right. It's that whole fear of missing out on that next leg up there. They absolutely do. Guys, you do not want that to be you. You have got to get strategic. And I'll tell you what, there are ways in which you can do it to identify the psychology of this market and how you can go out there and absolutely apply various techniques to really strengthen that core conviction that you've got in here, balancing your portfolio towards the achievement of your goals. And that is where I have gotten out with so many people and have done that one-on-one coaching to help them get ready for that. And a lot of folks that are not investing in themselves spend more money on their hair and shoes and on, but will literally gripe about spending any kind of dough, educating themselves to get ready. Guys, those are the first ones that are literally crying like crazy. I was there. I'm talking to you about what I personally experienced with different folks. I literally know people, I kid you not, borrowing money to make it, guys. And then what did they do? Well, the market shot off and they saw themselves right up there, millionaires right there, bang. And you know what they did? They literally rode it all the way up. They rode it all the way down. They did not even sell or take out what they had put in. Can you imagine? And I'm going to tell you, for every bull market, no matter how high it goes, guys, there is going to be a bear market. That has been the way markets have worked throughout time and memorial since the Dutch even created these markets. So how do you position yourself for that? How do you get strategically ready where you can actually be a benefactor of it and not a victim to it? Well, I'm going to tell you, a majority don't. You know what most of retail gets in, guys? Way the heck up here. They don't get in up here, down here, right? This is when they just out of terror, they respond in fear. And that's that whole fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Guys, you got to zoom out. And I think some amazing things are coming in this space. It is going to be truly wild. And we have literally had, and if you haven't seen it yet, I would encourage you to do this. Go back and take a look at that interview that Judy did with Bersan and Vandel Algera. Now, you skip over to the end. Right there, when they're about ready to say goodbye, they say their goodbyes, and there is bonus content in there where Vandel Algera literally spelled it out as best as anybody possibly could about what to expect and what's coming. And you need to see that, guys. Go check that out. And beyond that, get yourself ready, because I'll tell you, a lot of people, when they go to actually try to liquidate in their exchanges and that, not going to happen, is it? And we witnessed what that was like, didn't we, when the market collapsed like that? And we saw that scammy wick XRP dropped all the way down on Binance to what, $1.25? You know what? A majority of people could not even get onto their own platforms. Couldn't get on to Robinhood, couldn't get on to Kraken, couldn't get on to Uphold, Coinbase, on and on. And then when they could get on, they could only buy it in when the price had bounced all the way back up to 270. Isn't that something? And we have told you about that and just basically communicated what our experience was in 2020. It was the same deal, guys. Whenever there was any kind of flurry of activity, you could not even get on. And that's why I loved Caleb and Brown. And we signed up with them in 2020. And the beauty of it all is you can have all these platforms, and Caleb and Brown does not cost you 1 cent to sign up with them. In fact, guys, it doesn't even cost you a penny to talk to your personally assigned broker, whether it's through email or on the phone. You can get a hold of them. And boy, I'll tell you what a comfort that is when you are right there trying to execute a trade and none of your platforms are working, but you can get on the phone and connect with your broker. Big, big, big. And guys, we do have a link right down there in the description of our video, and where you can sign up for Caleb and Brown. And we let you know right now, look, if you use that link, they do pay us a referral fee. But I'll tell you what, whether you use that link or not, you need to be looking into Caleb and Brown as a viable alternative when you're really, really going to need one. Guys, don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to chance. Get yourself ready, because it is going to be monumental. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, I want to see you there. I want to see all of you there. We're going to make it, guys, and we are going to make it together. I'll tell you that right there. And so if you're looking for that one-on-one where you and I can get together and talk about that and make sure your portfolio is balanced towards your goals, guys, you visit me at thedigitaloutlook.com. Get yourself on the calendar right there. So until tomorrow, when we're going to have another amazing video, our sugar on Sunday, great nuggets of encouragement. Guys, have a fabulous one and take care.